Nasus, I hate you. And I have every right to. Going against the Nasus sometimes is like me when I was 7 years old and my grandmother got me a PlayStation 2 for Christmas. And she gave me Mega Man X Collections and Final Fantasy X. And I was like, Mega Man X Collections is cool, but let me play that Final Fantasy. And I'm enjoying my day. That's early game. I'm enjoying my time. I'm beating all these enemies. I'm going through the story. I'm learning so much about Lulu, Yuna, Titus, and Waka's brother. And then, you know, we get to mid-game, where it gets harder, but the boss battles aren't too hard. Sure, I had to reset a couple times, but hey, that's just what it is. And then we get to when we get Riku on our team, and then the Albet come around and say, hey, give us our girl back, bro. Give us our girl back. Give us our girl back before we light you up, bruh. And I'm like, bro, chill. Now I gotta scrape you. But no. For some reason, I forgot to farm. And I forgot to gain on that XP. And so now they're over here. Oh my god, they're clapping my cheeks, man. What can I do? And that's exactly what Nasus is. So, let's go over his abilities and see what I'm talking about here. Nasus is passive. He gains lifesteal. He gains passive lifesteal. 14% to be exact. Or was it 13%? I don't really remember. I haven't played League of Legends since the coronavirus, because I knew me and this computer would not really be in a relationship anymore. Now would we? Would we, sweetie? No, he wouldn't. But his passive lifesteal make it so hard for a low elo player, that's silver, like myself, to actually function as a human being. Now Nasus is Q. Nasus, when he gets an empowered auto attack that also scales off of AP and AD, but does physical damage. So when he last hits a minion or a champion, he'll get 3 stacks of Siphoning Strike. And that goes forever. There's no max, actually. The only max you have is when you're 6 hours into the game and they have to kick you off because you're wasting everybody's time trying to win this game. It's just absolutely, it's absolutely ridiculous. Early game, it's nothing too bothersome. Middle game, yeah, it's something. It hurts. It definitely hurts. Late game, why did you let it get to late game? Now you have to surrender, because this Nasus is legit going to try his best to make you all waste your abilities while the team fight is, and clap your ADC's cheeks like they were any good anyway. Alright, Nasus's W. Nasus W, Wither. Nasus hovers over an enemy of his choosing, and when he presses W, they slow their movement speed and attack speed. And let me get this straight. That thing scales up to almost 99%, guys. Almost 99%. God forbid that man goes from Sheen and builds into a stupid Iceborne Gauntlet, and then I can't get away. You know? People like to bring up the fact, oh, Nasus, he's not a fighter. You know, he's not a team fighter. He doesn't need to be a team fighter when he claps the most important champion's cheeks with like 2 Qs and a couple autos. That's definitely not needed. Nasus' E. I forgot what it was, but it's just an AoE circle that shreds armor and does damage over time the longer you're inside of it. That's just annoying. Now we're gonna get on to Nasus' ultimate, because that's basically like the turning point of it. He gains health because he gains HP, and then he regens some of his HP really quickly, and it reduces the cooldown on his Q, which his Q already has a low amount of mana and a low cooldown of like 2 seconds. So that means that man just becomes a auto Q, auto Q, auto Q, auto Q, auto Q, and that's all he's doing until you're dead. You're gone. You're bye-bye. You're just even you're like this. You're this sound every time. It sickens me. And he also has like an AoE damage. He also has AoE damage while he's in that form, and it doesn't last too long. It doesn't last too long, but it doesn't last too short to not be a problem. In order to wrap this all up, I hate Nasus. If you play a Nasus, I hate you. But we already came to that conclusion with me hating Nasus.